This is Off Track.
Tim, why are you hungover on a Tuesday?
On a Tuesday, man? That's
on
just
a Tuesday?
rude.
Like, what were you doing? Was it Monday Night Football? Was it sports related?
I did watch the Bengals just destroy the Cowboys there in the fourth.
They did not destroy them by any means. They barely won that game.
The Cowboys collapsed in the fourth.
Yeah, but the Cowboys are potentially the worst team in football, so like that's not an accomplishment.
Yeah. My neighbor Scott is a big Cowboys fan, so we were just talking about that. No, I had some neighbors over. We played a little poker night, but I'm not hungover. I'm just a little tired.
You literally opened with "I'm hungover on a Tuesday," but like, why does it matter?
Recording.
Oh well, okay, but why does it matter if you were so if you had a poker night, you should. It makes sense that you were having a drink. And days of the week are just days of the week. You don't have a job, so it's fine.
It was kind of bad. So we played for like 3 hours, and by the end of it, only one person was out, and we just kept doubling the blinds and doing everything, but it just was like a pretty evenly matched game. So at about 11:30, 11:45, it's just like, do you guys just want to call this and just say nobody owes anybody anything? It's like, yeah, probably.
See, that's not how Marco and I play poker.
No, you guys keep going back to the ATM until somebody's just so angry they have to quit.
We also did $10 buy-ins and no buybacks, so it was the whole night was pretty low stakes.
Interesting.
Isn't that funny that when it's low stakes, everyone plays well, and when as soon as there's a lot of money on the table, people start making dumb moves.
Also, it's like, oh yeah, I'm fine. We can stop.
Yeah,
I remember that one time we were playing poker at your house, Alex, and I was the house, and you kept losing, and then you just kept
blackjack.
Yeah, it's blackjack. Cool story, guys. And you,
they were also upset about it.
But my favorite part was like at least twice, maybe 3 times, you disappeared and came back with just another wad of $100 bills. And I'm like, is there a safe in your house that I don't know about? Which I probably shouldn't if you do. But you just have cash like stashed somewhere in the house, and you just kept coming back with more. And it was very funny.
Yeah.
I would assume he has a safe. I have a safe, and I don't have anything worth keeping safe. All right, I think we have to do the mature thing here and shoot the dogs. James, you're back in America.
Yes, I'm back in America. I got back late last night.
How long are you in America for, pal?
Till Sunday.
Not long.
So not long. It still won't be a full weekend, which means that from the end of the IndyCar season until the end of the calendar year, I will have spent one full weekend at my home. I don't even know why I have a home anymore. I'm just going to sell it all. I'm just going to sell everything.
I've been saying that for the past 2.5 years why you have a home in Indy. But okay. So where are you going on Sunday?
Up to Canada for the holidays.
Oh, that's early to go to Canada. That's 11 days early.
It's the 15th. Yeah, we got friends to see and family to see, and there's just it fills up. It actually fills up. So like our first, I think, commitment. So drive up on the 15th, and then Becky's like friend group is doing a big friends Christmas thing on the 17th. So we kind of have to be up on the 15th because you want a day to just kind of chill. And then, man, I've got some dinners with some friends, and we have some family stuff. After Christmas, on the 28th, you're gonna have a field day with this. I am attending my 20th high school anniversary
reunion. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now
20th reunion. Sorry. Hold on a sec, guys. Hold on. Okay, so the dogs were barking because there was a package getting delivered to the house by UPS. But man, I wish I could snipe a photo of this. UPS must be like short on trucks this holiday season because there is just a black Tahoe with the letters UPS in stickers on the, not like the logo, just literally like store-bought like stickers UPS on the door. I don't love it, and I'm not going to open the door to see what the package is.
Yeah. I would, okay. I don't.
Yeah.
That seems weird.
Seems very strange.
Because
let's see if I can get a picture of it.
There's a lot of like Amazon trucks going around. They're like the budget rental vans and stuff. But to have like a personal car with like essentially duct tape letters on the side.
Yeah, it's basically that.
Yeah.
I'll,
It's like
I'll
free
find it
candy.
on the
Come get it.
I'll find it on the Ring Cam and I'll send it to you because it's pretty funny. But yes, so I got my 20th high school reunion, which is nuts.
So
And
we've talked about this before, and you've said a goal of yours for a high school reunion would be to show up in a helicopter.
yeah, in a helicopter.
Is that the plan?
No,
Big
I don't
helicopter
think.
guy. You used to
I
be a
don't
much
think-
bigger helicopter guy.
Yeah, I used to chopper more, and then I liked life, so I do it less now. No, this is not. There's not really a great landing spot for
So you've
a
looked into
chopper on
it.
this one. What's that?
So you've looked into it.
I
Yeah,
assume
obviously.
there's like a soccer field or a football field at this.
No, because we're doing it at a bar. We're not doing it at the school. Like if it was the school, we would totally be choppering in. But no, sadly.
So
there's no-
how many people from high school 20 years ago do you still communicate with?
Well, I married one of them.
I married one. Her brother is another.
That doesn't count.
Okay, so like communicate with regularly.
That you know that you would be, I don't know, you would be excited to see him because it's like I talked to them enough that it'd be like good to see him in person versus just like, oh, hey.
Very few.
Yeah,
So
I
like,
figured.
yeah, I mean, like you know most of them, right? Because they would have been pretty much the guys in the wedding party,
Right.
like Blaine and Randall and Cody and so yeah. But then there's a lot that you just like kind of like casually know stuff about because of social media and what have you. But no, like if you're talking about like people who I could off the top of my head name their significant other and or like even just know if they have kids and how many, not even necessarily the kids' names. It's a short list. But there's plenty that I'm excited to see and catch up with.
Any old crushes?
I'm trying to think. In high school, I
Or was
dated.
Becky it?
Well, no, because we didn't date in high school. But
Yeah, she
most
went
of the
to
girls
prom
I
with him as
She
like a
just
pity
dumped
thing.
you at prom. Yeah.
exactly right. We went as friends, and then she went home with another dude. No, I'm kidding. She went home with her friend. I think.
Which
I
was
don't know.
a
I didn't see
dude.
her. No,
Friend called dude.
yeah, it's a female friend named Dude. What? That's not weird. I think I only dated
was
like
great at hockey.
one girl. Well, yeah, it's Canadian. I think I only dated one girl from my high school.
So do you
for
think
any,
she'll be there?
Meaning, I don't know. I haven't actually seen the guest list.
If she was there, would you like be interested to see what she looks like?
I would assume she looks the same. I don't know.
No,
I mean,
dude,
like
20 years, man, can do a number on people.
Yeah,
Either
that's
in a good way or
20
a
years
bad
is-
way. Like,
dude,
it's a long
that's an
time.
insane thing to think. 20
Yeah.
years ago, we graduated high school.
I mean,
yeah. Probably what?
not Alex and I.
No.
Yeah, don't
You're
lump
old as
us
dirt.
into
Yeah,
this.
Don't lump us into your old man stuff.
God, I can't wait till you guys have your 20th high school. You wouldn't even
First of
go,
all,
Alex.
I
You
wouldn't go.
Do you talk to
Hey.
literally anybody from your high school?
No. I was about to say yes, but she didn't go to my high school. She was just my next door neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no.
So, no. Okay. Tim, you still close with some high school friends?
Yeah, I talked to the exact number of the ones that I want to. Like, I have a group
Yeah.
chat with the friends from my high school, and then I have another group chat with the people that
Wait,
I
you have
rode
their
with,
phone
and, like,
numbers?
one of my coaches, and that's it. Those are the only people I want to
you,
talk to.
you don't just
I
have
talk
them
to
like
a
on
lot.
Facebook. You have their actual phone numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
hang out. When I'm back
Dude,
in town.
I even regularly communicate. I say regularly. I occasionally communicate with one of my old teachers from high school on Twitter.
I do. I communicate like on Instagram with my old kindergarten teacher. Is that weird?
Yes. So back in home, you know what I mean. Abu Dhabi. I was in Abu Dhabi for a race. Wait, when did we talk last? Did I tell you? I told you I was seeing Marvin, right?
You already told us you
Yeah.
saw Marvin.
Did I tell you
told
all
us
about
were
it?
going to.
Did I tell you about the
Yes.
dune buggies?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I don't
Wow.
remember anything.
Shows how much our conversations mean to you, James.
I just don't
I mean,
understand.
people just
the last
costs,
episode
I
we
think.
talked about Mark and all of his things that he had to say and everything that you had been doing leading up to Abu Dhabi, and we talked about Qatar and all those things.
This was after we went on the dune buggies.
Yes, it sure was. Then you
After we
said
went
you need to
scuba
get
diving?
yourself a couple of those. Yes. All of
Talking
the
about
above.
Wow.
fields.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
okay.
wild.
So
I've
end
hit
of
my
an
head
era.
a lot.
Lewis Hamilton has done it. Mercedes. F1
Yeah, let's talk
done.
about that for a second. I'm a little tired of the the stroking for Lewis. Like, he's not leaving.
Yes.
He's just changing teams to arguably a more prestigious team, at least historically. I'm not saying like necessarily.
I mean,
current day,
historically,
but
there's no argument.
Exactly. And is getting more money and is going to be probably more famous because he's in red and representing the Scuderia. Like, why is it this like pity party of like, oh, thanks for everything, Lewis? It's like, okay, yes, he's ending a legacy at Mercedes, but Mercedes should be more sad than like anyone else.
Right. Yes. Anything Mercedes wanted to do to kind of cap off the career and acknowledge the achievements and the accomplishments and their
Yes.
time together, awesome. Longest driver team relationship in Formula One history, which is kind of impressive. I didn't realize that till this weekend.
I didn't know that at all. Yeah.
Yeah, but to like have him get to stop his car on the front straight as well and do donuts and hang what? If he's retiring, 100%, I get it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Vettel
thought
did
the
it.
donuts were a weird move for getting fourth place.
Like he had his
But
own
also-
little banner thing to stop in front of because
Going
this was
to
obviously
Ferrari.
pre-planned.
It's not like
Yeah.
he's going to, no offense, Sauber. Like,
No,
he's
you'll
everything
see
is
him
good for
in
him.
3 months in a good car, in a race-winning car.
Right. On the podium.
Like everything's fine. We don't need to. He's not going. He's not dying. Like it was very strange. I was with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. That was a bit strange. On that note, hell of a drive from him.
Very good.
Again.
He got super boned in qualifying. I have a lot of sympathy for Lewis because I feel like some of those things that have happened to him this year have happened to me. He gets kind of screwed with the timing, leaving pit lane and traffic and all these sort of things. And then on his one-time lap that he has for something good to happen, someone, i.e. Kevin Magnussen, tries to do the right thing, get out of his way, hits a bollard. That bollard gets stuck under Lewis's car. Lewis doesn't transfer. Lewis qualifies 18th. When he had a car that was, a top 6 car, I think, on pace all weekend. So that was sad to see. But yes, what an amazing recovery he had. Still not as impressive as old Chuck Leclerc,
Dude.
for Ferrari though.
His first lap. So also he went quickest in Q1 and then got his time deleted for track limits. Again, just banging your head against a wall with track limits. So he started 19th and it's not even, so look, there was that incident in turn 1 where Max drop kicked Piastri and they both spun around, both kept going, but both spun around. So you get 2 free spots there. Neat. But then dude, the way he just managed to pick off another 9 cars, he had 11 cars in the first lap. And like I said, it's not just like a bunch of dudes drop kicked a bunch of guys. It wasn't some massive pileup. He just got a good start, got a few off the line, picked up the 2 in turn 1. And then into turn 6, went on everybody just decided to cram up on the inside, cause the biggest accordion effect. And he just drove by like 5 cars in one corner on the normal racing line. And it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And it kept Ferrari with Oster going out and Sainz started second, maintained second, and then got Leclerc up into the points immediately. It actually made the constructors battle like a bit of a thing. It made it kind of interesting because sorry, go ahead.
No, because essentially what happened was, all of McLaren's eggs were in Lando's basket, right? He was on pole, he had to control the race, but if anything happened to him, bad pit stop, untimely yellow, a mechanical, any sort of thing, they would have lost the constructors because Ferrari recovered to 2-3, whereas if it had just been Carlos up there and Charles was struggling down in 12th or 13th or whatever,
and Oscar was still in the race,
it wouldn't have even really, the pressure would have been off. So McLaren had to deliver for 55 laps. Lando had to deliver for 55 laps, and they did so quite easily from the outside, it looked like. But it was pretty cool to see that level of execution under pressure, and it got them their first Constructors Championship of this decade, which is crazy to think about.
It is crazy. I mean, it's everyone was talking about how the last one was 26 years ago, back in 98 or whatever. I still like kind of call bull on that because they won it in 07. They just got disqualified for being, dirty, rotten cheaters.
Yeah.
But like they won it on track. They had the two best drivers, and they only lost the drivers' championship because they're dumb. But yeah. So since 2007, really, and super impressive. Very rare that a driver wins the title without that team winning the constructors, but just kind of highlights some of the struggles that Checo had in the Red Bull. Ferrari, great job. I mean, very few times this year did they have like the fastest car on a race weekend. And that's actually what's so impressive about the fact that they took that thing down to the last lap of the championship, because both their guys just were so good at bringing home those fourths to sevenths when their cars were kind of average. McLaren had the strongest car at a bunch of races. Mercedes had the strongest car at a bunch of races. Obviously, Red Bull started with the strongest car. But like Ferrari, you could say Austin, and you would have thought Vegas, but then Mercedes showed up and blitzed them in Vegas. So like, I think Austin was the only time I can remember, at least in the second half of the year, where they just like blatantly had the strongest car. But Monaco, I mean, Charles just killed it in Monaco because he does. Sainz in Mexico, they were strong there, but so were others. So like when you could think about how many times McLaren had for sure the fastest car, how many times Red Bull for sure had the fastest car compared to how many times Ferrari did, really, really impressive execution all season long by the team, by the drivers. Shush.
Which has been a big weak point of Ferrari over the past couple of years, for sure.
No, absolutely. So it was really genuinely exciting. Like going into the race, you kind of were worried that it was a massive points gap and McLaren locked out the front row, kind of thought it was going to be a wash. But right from the first lap, with Oscar going backwards and Charles going up, it was like game on. But yeah, great weekend. Great end to the season, the racing season. Everything's pretty much done now. So even though FE just like started again, but racing is done. My last work trip of the year. Thank goodness.
You're now like unemployed.
You're now super unemployed, but that's okay.
Super unemployed. That's all right.
Because you're a talented, nice guy.
I'm sure something will happen. Will come about.
Worst case scenario, you can start an OnlyFans.
There you go, man. There you go. Yeah. What'd you get up to this weekend, Alejandro?
What did I get up to this weekend? Nothing. I went to Charlotte to go to the old stimulator Sunday. So I was in the sim yesterday. We seem to go to the sim a lot at old ECR, which is good. I mean, considering that we have nothing to do from September to March, thanks IndyCar, it is nice to at least stay somewhat in the mindset of car development and driving race cars, even if it's virtually. So that was good. I had a travel adventure on Friday, but I'm gonna save that for the main show, guys, because really the main show is a travel episode. Unless Mark's listening, then I'm gonna blabber about Cadillac and Andretti F1 for 3 hours.
Don't forget about how early you got up. I think Mark needs to know.
That is true. That is true. I didn't get up early today. I actually slept until 9, and I'm feeling a little drowsy because of it, actually.
Well, what about how early you have to get up to fly your plane to go do your simulator work in Charlotte?
Yeah, it is dark.
It's got to be tough, man. It does get dark early these days.
Dark, it's chilly. It's lonely up there by myself. All I have is coffee, music, some snacks.
And your plane. Just you and your plane just flying around. It is tough, though, man. It's tough. It's a tough gig, going places, just doing stuff. You're really doing stuff.
Things with my toys. Yeah. Anyways, so that was my weekend. Tim, how's your girlfriend?
We went to Universal yesterday, and it was fun.
Just no arguments there. We're not gonna We're just cool with it now. We're there.
I'm pretty tired. I'm just gonna cut this anyway.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
You can't cut things. That is
Can't
not
cut
part of your
all
job
the bad
description.
stuff. No,
That's
hang on. You can't cut the
primarily
bad
what
stuff.
I do.
Yeah, it's actually we need you to do that quite a bit. Please don't stop doing that.
Hey,
Please
you know
don't
how
stop
you still
doing
have a job? It's because I cut stuff.
No, I don't, Tim. Actually,
wasn't
have a
talking
job.
to you.
Maybe
Yeah.
you
Oh,
should
okay.
maybe you should have cut less stuff from James.
Yeah.
You would have seen
Maybe
more
or maybe you
range.
should've- maybe you should have cut more stuff, and I'd still have
Yeah.
a job.
There
How
you
about
go.
that? How about
Yeah.
that?
Wait, do you think it was the butt chugging sunlight video we did? Was that was that the nail?
That
in the
may have
coffin?
started things off a precarious path. Maybe.
I blame
What are you gonna
I blame Tim for that one.
I blame Tim for
You
most
brought
things.
it up. It's still on our YouTube, by the way. Anybody can go watch that if they want.
I thought we pulled that.
No, we just kind of left it there.
Oh,
We pulled
It's
it from Instagram.
Fine.
interesting.
It's
Should be fine. Should be fine. Anyways,
I'm not worried about it.
well, guys, that's all that we really need to talk about today because we've hit our time limit, and your dogs are going crazy. So
They're
we
going
will
so
see
crazy.
everyone on Thursday, where we will talk about some big IndyCar news. Some driver
Lots going on.
movement has happened. We will talk about Cadillac F1 because some stuff happened there. And yeah, that's all. I guess Lucy has some things to do today. So.
Yep. This has been Off Track with Hinch and Rossi. Off Track is part of the SiriusXM Sports Podcast Network. If you enjoyed this episode and want to hear more, please give a 5-star rating and leave a review. Subscribe today wherever you stream your podcasts. We are at Ask Off Track on Twitter and Instagram, and if you want to follow us on Twitter, we're at Hinchtown and at Alexander Rossi. If you want to follow Tim, though we have no idea why you would, he's at the Tim Durham on Twitter. Find us on YouTube and subscribe to our channel for exclusive video content. Off Track is produced by Tim Durham, and by that we mean Tim.